Hi, I'm Debbie Cranister, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I'm here to show you how I made this beautiful card. Let me grab another one. So this is another one, and today I am going to make another one for you. So these are really fun cards. Let me just adjust my camera here a little. Okay. And so really quick and simple. And so let's get started. So you can see the difference in here in the scallop. And this is a team challenge for my team. And so I challenged them to add a layer. So we did a sketch. I did a sketch, and then I challenged them to add a layer to that sketch. And so just the creating a different layer and the measurements that go along with that. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, and this is our new not fresh freezer, pale papaya, and so that's what I'm using for this one. Then the sketch actually was a piece that was 4 by 5 1/4, which is what this is, and so I'm going to go ahead and attach that. So my challenge being add another layer, I added a piece of basic white to this. But I wanted my basic white to be less. I wanted a smaller line of the basic black around there. So my basic white is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So if this is 5 1/4, this is 5 1/8. And if this is 4, then this is 3 7/8. So it's just that little bit of difference is going to give me just a little outline to make my layer pop. Okay, then I have a piece of Designer Series paper here that I cut, and this is the In Color Designer Series paper, and I used my scalloped contour dies for this, and I used the small one for the tag that we're going to do later, and this is the larger one. And what I did is I just laid this on a piece of cardstock that I cut. You can see I haven't cleaned it out yet. It just like that. I only cut an inch this way. It was, you know, longer this way, but it was an inch wide, and so laid that on there just like that. Ran it through my machine and cut it, okay? And then I'm going to attach this to the edge of this Designer Series paper, just like so. Let's get back on camera here. I think I have my camera down a little bit low, so it's, and I want to center this just so that when I go to trim it, it looks even at least. I'm going to trim off those ends. And let's pull that back just a hair. Okay, just like that. And then I'm just going to trim this off. And this one. Okay, and then just attach this. So then if you look at the sketch only has one circle. So this was cut at exactly the same size as the basic white. Okay. Okay, my sketch only has one circle. So if you look at the sketch drawing on my blog, it only has one circle. But I wanted the 3 flowers because we do it in 3s, right? So I am going to stamp those. And those flowers come from the Color and Contour set. I'm going to show you how I line them up. They're a little tricky to line up. So, let's see if they'll fit on there. Yeah, perfect. Oops, turn that over. Okay, so I'm going to start with my outline, and I'm just going to stamp those. Nothing special about that, huh? Just make sure it's inking well. Seems to be a little bit light. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's close that up so I don't put my hand in it. And let's pull in our pale papaya here. And so what I'm going to look for is, see these 2 leaves that are together? That's what I'm going to look for on my stamp. And those 2 leaves that are together are right there. And then that's going to allow me to just turn it a little bit, rotate it a little bit, and line it up. The nice thing about this is you can see right through this stamp. And you don't have to set it down until you're good to go. It is not going to fill the whole flower. And because I stamped these all going the same direction, my original ones, then I can just move from one to the next without too much change. So some of them they overstamp, some of them they're understamped. Okay, let me grab a bumblebee or Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend here, and we'll just give it a little color in the center. Ooh, that's darker than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay, that works. Okay, I'm going to go cut these out. So then when I line up my die, it's a little tricky as well. I am going to look for those double flowers once again, which are going to be right here in the die. If you can see that, these 2 are the double flowers. And so that is going to line up right there, and then the rest of the die. Uh-oh, I've got the wrong ones. That is not the double flowers, is it? Okay. Maybe this one? That one. Okay, so it's this one. I need to put a little dot there. I think I'll do that right now while I have it. So this one is the double flowers. That will tell me every time I go to use it that I'm going to put that side over there, because it looks confusing, but that will line up. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go die cut these. There's one. Okay, and the second one is done. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier to know where I'm going to line up my die. So, and because it's kind of a random thing on this, I don't think you can hardly go too bad. I kind of missed on the third one. Okay, that's all right. We'll hide it. So, this is the one that I kind of messed up on. So we're going to use him on the top, and we're just going to kind of hide him. So I'm going to glue this down flat. And then I'm going to come in with my second flower. And I did it in 2 different places on my card. So I'm thinking this one probably over here. And then I'm going to use dimensionals on my third flower. Just like that. Perfect. Kind of hides that up there. Nobody would ever know I made a mistake. And if they say anything about it, you just ask them to come stamp with you, and they'll find out what it's like. That it's fun, but it can be hard. Okay, so then the last thing is to stamp my greeting. And it's in the stamp set, and it says, "You're absolutely amazing." gonna check, oops, I'm gonna check that first. You can see I always go to the same place, don't I? And what I'm watching is my letters across the top. I'm looking at the absolutely, you're absolutely, because the amazing is kind of out of sync. It's just kind of all over the place, isn't it? And then I'm just going to attach a couple of glue dots here to the back. And we are set to go. Just like that. All right. I know what we need. We need some bling, right? So I'm going to add some of the beautiful in color gems here. I'm going to start up here, one up here, and then one over here, and the last one will go right in here. And there we are. A bow. We need a bow, don't we? We always need a bow. We always need gems. So I have some of the open weave ribbon here in the pale papaya, and I'm just going to tie a bow. And just, whoa, trim that off. And I think we need it a little bit smaller because I'm going to go right there with it. So I need to trim those tails off a little more. And then I'm just going to put that on with a glue dot. We'll see if it's stuck. I've been having a little trouble with this glue dots. All right. You're absolutely amazing. Then on the inside, I will take and attach a piece of basic white that's 4 1/4 by 5. No, I won't. I don't know why I can't remember this one today. 4 by 5 1/4 here, and I'll cut a piece of this DSP and put it across the bottom there for trim. So if there's anything that you need, be sure to check out stampwithdeb.com, and that's where this video will be housed. And I would love to be your demonstrator. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.